Similar to the beatniks, musicians also began expressing themselves differently in the 1950s. So they did this by adding electronic instruments to traditional blues music, and this created what is known as rhythm and blues. And this new rhythm and blues music eventually became called rock and roll. So we know of rock and roll today. It came out of the 1950s. Topics of rock and roll often included love, cars, and kind of just the problems of being young. So teenagers loved rock and roll, and many adults thought it was like evil and teaching the teenagers bad things. So some cities even banned rock and roll concerts from happening there. But as we know today, people bought into it and it became huge because you know Elvis as the king of rock and roll. So some stars grew out of rock and roll, such as Elvis, Little Richard, Bill Haley and his Comets. So rock and roll was another kind of challenge to the traditional conservative way of doing things. And you can listen to an example of some rock and roll in this video down at the bottom.